T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Bermuda? And by the way, Bermuda's got it.
Yeah, they do. They have
Bermuda's got it. Bermuda's on fire.
have it.
Absolutely. David Romero said that was a cameo, but I think what qualifies it as a cameo is when we know who it is. We still don't know who it is.
Yeah.
We got Australia in the house.
Yeah, somebody's on the line who shouldn't be on this line.
Yeah. Oh, he said it's a Humio. All right, we got people on
the line. Yeah.
Fayetteville, North Carolina's in the house. Lithonia, Georgia, Davenport, Iowa. Puerto Rico is in the house. Man, I missed that. I missed that. For you guys who are new, if you've never been to one of our events, our live events, when the Puerto Rico crew shows up, you'd know what I was talking about.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
They bring the party.
Yep, they are a party. They are a party in just this little group that just goes everywhere, and they're a party. So for all those new folks, we probably have some new folks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this we do every Saturday. Every Saturday, we're right here with you on Flight School. And Flight School is all about learning, fun, information. So never miss a Flight School, because sometimes we introduce new things right here on Flight School that nobody else knows about, and we introduce it here first. So do not miss Flight School.
Don't miss it.
That's a little commercial. Little Flight School commercial.
It was a very good Flight School commercial.
Yeah.
It was very good. And check this out. Check this out. You've got this new. You guys have produced this new Flight School. I don't know. What do you call it?
Flight School slide.
Flight School slide, and it's like slick, man. I like it because you know what it does. It's a schematic, and that's what happens on Flight School. You get the schematic for how to be successful in your business.
Also, it's a blueprint. Okay.
That's what it is.
It's a blueprint. I was an engineer, so I used to work with blueprints. Now they don't do those anymore. But you know what? I think they actually do, because you might need something out in the field at some point to look at. But it's a blueprint. Yes.
The blueprint. So you're going to get the blueprint to your success on Flight School. So make sure, folks, that you're on Flight School every single week. Okay, so I'm looking at the Flight School numbers, and they're a little light right now, guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is not our normal amount of people on Flight School. So you guys want to definitely shake the trees, shake up your team members, because you know what I notice happens all week long, Mark?
What happens?
People ask questions either to me, to you, to Mr. Haynes, Mr. Bugs, customer service.
Yes.
They ask questions that have been answered
on Flight School.
On Flight School.
Yes.
Right. And one of the reasons we do Flight School is so that we don't have to answer the same questions all week long, right? So that we can get everybody together and give everybody the information all at once. So you want to make sure your team is on so that they can be in the know. They're not surprised by things. They understand what's going on, and they know how to maximize and how to rock and roll. So get your teams on. This is like really, really important stuff. And this is how we know who the true entrepreneurs are. This is how we know who the folks are that are really the CEOs of their business. They take the responsibility to come and get the information on Saturday. They kind of have the mindset, Mark, that if we're going to come give the information, they're going to come get it. Yeah. I think that's a good partnership.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
Now I see you. I see what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Yeah, with that tunicorn thing.
Oh, well, yeah. So all the new people need to know.
What do they need to know?
That you're a tunicorn.
Well, what if I didn't want everybody to know that I was a tunicorn?
It's out of the bag now.
Huh?
It's out of the bag now, man.
It's out of the bag now. Like, you got me out there now.
Too late. I'm putting you out there, bro.
You have totally exposed me. So
Yeah.
what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to publish my book. I'm gonna have to publish my book, and let me get out of the way. The title of my book is The Reluctant Tunicorn. Because I didn't actually choose this tunicorn thing. It kind of chose me. I don't think it even chose me. I think Mark and Sam Bean created this madness.
You know what?
James Riddick.
He did.
Yeah.
Sam Bean's fault.
Yeah. And it started because we were wearing the same thing. So simple.
Yeah.
But so complex.
Well, no. It was all about those hats. Remember the hats?
Oh, it was the birthday hats.
For the anniversary, the 1 month anniversary.
1 month anniversary.
And Sam Bean said it's the tunicorns, right?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, Sam, thanks. Yeah, he's training today, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna proclaim right now he's gonna have some technical difficulties.
Okay. All right, man, let's dive in. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right,
let's do this thing.
Boom. Let's do it. Well, hey, here we go. Disclaimer.
Don't do bad stuff. You know what? I want to talk about this disclaimer for a minute though, because you know things are kicking into super high gear now. People are making presentations. They're talking about the business. They're talking about Zents. And listen, everybody. And we probably need to update this disclaimer so that it can cover product claims too. But check this out. Number one, when you're presenting the business, we don't make income claims. All right. So we want to make sure that nobody walks away from this with the perspective that we're making guarantees of income. What you make is going to be directly tied to the work that you do or don't do. So everybody's going to make something different. And so you want to do that. Also, another thing you want to do is you want to also be really upfront with people. Make sure they understand that there's a monthly subscription. Don't be so eager to get somebody signed up that you start leaving things out. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. You know, grown-ups understand that a business is going to have monthly expense. So make sure you let them know what it is for, based on how they're signing up and where they're signing up. And one other thing we want to make sure that everybody knows is that when you're talking about the products, especially Zets, that you don't make product claims, that you don't name any disease states or say that it heals or cures everything. And please don't say COVID, whatever you do, because there are regulatory agencies that are watching very closely and looking to snag people for making those types of claims. And so we don't want to see any of you guys get into hot water. So let's make sure that we do it above board. The truth is good enough. And everything that you can say, we've said it. So if we haven't said it, if you don't see it on the website, then you shouldn't be saying it. All right. That's our disclaimer.
Awesome. Just fantastic, Mr. T. Gray. I have nothing to add to it. All right.
Woo! All right.
Project 10K.
10K.
Gentlemen, this, ladies and gentlemen, is incredible. And you know what? It's happening. We're actually getting close. Are we getting close? I think we are, man. So by the end of September, so this started back in August. So it started at Vision, right? I think it started before Vision. Did it start before Vision?
It started before Vision. It did. It did.
It started before Vision. It started in August. And Project 10K is 10,000 new ambassadors by the end of September. So we're well on our way. So I don't even know what the number is, but we're well on our way, and we are rocking and rolling, and you guys are knocking it out of the park with Project 10K. So keep rocking and rolling, guys. Let's get it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
And you know what? We got some good news yesterday. Holton Bugs and I got some good news yesterday. That's going to really juice up 10K.
Really?
Yeah, as you guys know, we've been working on processing and our enrollment system, and we are finally there. We are finally there. The dev team is working on getting things all installed, and we're about to have ourselves a big dose of grease lightning.
I think Joseph Grease Lightning. What is
Grease Lightning.
Dude. Okay, don't start singing
You know
that.
what I want? Do you know what I want?
No.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm turning you off. I'm turning you off.
No. Oh man. Okay.
Okay,
All
boom
right.
gear.
Boom gear.
Yeah. So yeah, see, he's got that new shirt.
I'm
He
wearing
really
it.
has the new shirt.
I can never know which way to turn.
Yeah, that way. That's the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So these new shirts, I think, are still available. Tunde, man, give us a shout out. Let us know because they may be sold out. But if they're not, you can go ahead and get them at boomgear.com. There's a whole bunch of other things you can get at boomgear.com as well. You can get hats, you can get polos, you can get ladies shirts, you can get the what do you call those? The dry fit shirts. You can get this shirt. You can get this shirt at boomgear.com. Oh,
Yeah.
black one is sold out except for the men's 4X. Okay.
What did he say?
Anthony says the black one is sold out except for the men's 4X.
Okay.
Clayton Simon said, I got my white polo. Nice.
White polo, baby.
Nice.
Yes.
That one's a nice one. I like that shirt.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Go to boomgear.com.
Go to boomgear.com. Go shopping, people.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Ooh, Mark, we got a new toy coming up that I can't wait till we get to it. You and I need to talk about this when we get back in the office next week.
Okay.
Just with this whole idea of go shopping, people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So David
Yeah.
Romero, he ordered the Diamond Shield T-shirt. That
Sweet.
one is good.
Ooh, baby.
Hey, blue, loyalty, unity, edification for all you new folks. It is a thing, man. It is
Yes.
real.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Hey, we're getting ready to talk about vision, so let's do this. You guys updated that video. Let's play it for everybody.
Ooh, okay.
I got it. Here we go.
We were thinking about how was vision going to roll. And we were wondering how could we do something that we've never done? And we told you that this is going to be larger than life. But our boomerang in your vision is that much bigger.
I had to see it before I made it happen. I'm the leader of the ship, I feel like I'm the captain. I put in hard work, now they think that it was magic. Had to turn money making to my favorite habit. Yeah, you know I got the vision, vision. No, I got the vision, vision. No, I got the vision, vision. No, I got the vision, vision. Yo, no, I see clear. I got 2020. Swear it's my year. No, it's 2020. I got the vision. Yeah, me and my team on a mission. I made my decision. I had to change the way that I've been living. Yeah, dream big, the dream bigger. Yeah, never take it.
Awesome.
Man, that video just juices me up, man. Gets me so excited.
Yeah. Reliving it. That was awesome. That was incredible, man.
It really was. And our I mean, just watching that video just made me remember how much of an incredible job our elite diamonds did that weekend. Martha Ermias, Cesar Munoz, Peter and Karen Hirsch, Jose Luis Rivas, and our black diamond, Johnny Wimbry. He crushed it all weekend. And our global master ambassador, Edwin Haynes, was in a zone that I have never seen him in before.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what? If you want to see it, if you want to see Vision 2020, you've still got a chance.
Yes.
So you can go get full access, okay, which is the all access pass. All right. You can go to your back office. I'll see you. Okay. What's going on? So you can get your all access pass and you can still watch it. Okay, so all access gets through Friday. Next Friday, September 25th, they get the replay that you can watch. And you can watch everything, everything. So don't miss this. Don't miss it, because after this coming Friday, September 25th, it's gone. It is
Gone. Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that it's going to be gone because it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. The ladies rocked the women's event. Erling Bugs, Crystal Wembry, Karen Hirsch, Kim Bean. You guys absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, and Nina Lee asks from Louisiana, will they be added to the vault? No, Nina, they won't be added to the vault.
Yet.
Don't say that. They won't be
Why
added to the
not?
vault.
Why not? I think they should go in the vault. All right, we'll work on that. We'll take a vote.
Nah.
I'll see what I can do to convince you and HB. How many of you guys want to see it in the vault? Now, you guys realize that starting in October, you're gonna have to pay for the vault every month. So who wants it in the vault? That's going to be an extra $19.95 a month. Who thinks it's worth it? Oh yeah, okay. Hey, the people are saying they want it in the vault.
Not gonna get it in the vault.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. Folks, all I can say is I will give it my best shot. All right. Here we go. One day there was one, and today there's four.
Yeah.
4 things in the PRIB.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it ended up being one. So I go is still the front door. Travel is the front door, right?
Mhm.
But then we added Vibe.
Right.
We added Vibe rides. Okay. And now, so again, Vision was incredible. Vision is when we launch new things. Now, but you know what? Hold on a second now. We're going to be launching new things every quarter
That's right.
to the PRIB. And there's some stuff coming up. Go Diamond.
This.
This Go Diamond.
I'm just so excited.
You can't miss Go Diamond.
Hey, did you get my WhatsApp messages while you were in Cancun?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Can't miss Go Diamond.
What do you think of that?
It's craziness, bro.
Right now, nobody knows what we're talking about, but I think they know they need to be.
Our philosophy.
Yes.
Our philosophy.
Yes.
That's the part I love about it the most. Right? The savings.
Hey, Mark, we've got so many things that we're working on. Yeah. And I think this is probably a good place to say this because I think some folks got upset with me this week. But I have had to stop responding to WhatsApp messages because we just have so much to work on. You know what I mean? And stuff like what you and I are talking about in code. So I'll tell you what, guys, if you love Ibüümerang right now, this company is going to just keep blowing your mind, every few months. And we've got something that we're working on, and we're thinking about Go Diamond for it. So you guys may want to make sure that you're in Cancun with us for Go Diamond.
Yeah. So, well, I thought that was the next one. That's not the next slide, but anyways, yeah. So hey, we've got, and here's the thing: you can't say that you are, and you can't use our logos. The only logos you can use are the independent ambassador logos. Okay, you can download these at iboomhub.com/downloads. iboomhub.com/downloads. You almost spit your coffee, right?
Bro, you know why I'm laughing, right?
Yeah.
The stuff that we have seen. You guys are the most creative people on the planet, and you're fast too.
Stop being creative.
Stop being so creative.
Some of it's good, some of it, yeah. But I love it. I love it.
And look good or not, Mark, some of it's just not compliant.
I love the fact that you guys are so excited about our new products but please, we need to have you guys remain compliant. Again, back at the disclaimer at the very beginning, okay? So we've got some new independent ambassador logos. Please use these. Please
Pump
use
your
these.
brakes, people. Pump your brakes.
Yeah,
Use
pump
these.
brakes a little bit. You know, again, I love it that you guys are excited, and some of it's very creative, but stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, but again, you know, we've got the best ambassadors. I love you guys. You are incredible. Love it, love it, love it. But get those downloads and use them.
Get them. Please use the. But are all serious, and Mark is very serious about this, because we're as a company, we're serious about this, because we have to make sure that company stuff is company stuff, ambassador stuff is ambassador stuff. So make sure that when you're putting your stuff out there, that you say that you are a Zens independent ambassador or a Build Genius independent ambassador. And that's really good. So Mark is giving you what you need. Mark and the team, please make sure that you use it.
Cool. All right, go Diamond. Dude, so December 2nd through December 6th. This is cool because it's 5 full days. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Count them. 5 days. 4 nights. Is it 5 days, 4 nights, or 5 days? Yeah, 5 days, 4 nights. Yeah, 5 days, 4 nights.
Yep.
So guys, this is an event that is everything rolled into one. Everything. You're going to have fun. This is an experience trip. You're going to get trained. You're going to get coached. So it's a learning trip. And then you're going to have fun again.
It's a funny trip.
It's a party trip. Yeah. And then it's go Diamond, right? Now somebody said, well, wait a minute. We don't need a whole bunch of rooms because it's just the diamonds. I was like, no. It's no diamond. All the diamonds will be there, yes, but then you can be there too. So
yes.
Get going. So you can go to GoDiamondCancun.com and you can register. Now, here's the thing. We are going to be launching potentially. I'm nervous, right? Nervous.
Bro, we are in full steam ahead on some Go Diamond goodies. We've got some big meetings happening this week that I need you to be involved in.
Okay.
Now that you're back, so that we can see how much we can do by December.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so you heard it. You heard it from T. Gray.
Yes.
We're going to be launching some stuff at Go Diamond.
So if I'm not responding to your WhatsApp messages, people, it's not because we're playing, shooting pool in the office. We are cranking it out. We're cranking it out. Hey, check this out. We have Chiaki Osaka is on our Zoom from Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see that in the Zoom chat, and she says Ibüümerang, or it might be he. Sorry, Chiaki says Ibüümerang is the best. That's right, Chiaki. We are the best, and welcome to the family. Let's make us the best in Japan.
Judy Reyes says this. I don't know how this trip hasn't sold out months ago. So you're right, Judy. And I think that it's gonna sell out because there's no other way to have this thing go other than to sell out.
That's right. All righty.
Okay. Cool. Okay. You're up.
I'm up. All right. Well, you know what? Let's do this so that I can so I'm not fumbling and bumbling. Let me get caught up on this deck over here and switch the sharing. Okay. Okie doke. It's this one. All right, guys, let's talk about Build Genius. Build Genius is just genius, right? I mean, it's really amazing. And I almost want to say it's crazy that we didn't think of it before, but we did think of it before. It just took us about a year to get it going. Some of these things, it takes a little while, but we're just so excited that we finally have Build Genius as part of the team making things rock. Now, if you're this is in the United States, it's available for people it's available for, let me say it right, ambassadors and customers in the United States, right? So if you're an ambassador in the United States, you can use this personally, but anywhere in the world, you can get customers in the United States on Bill Genius. I know some of the members of the French team have a lot of customers already in the United States on Bill Genius. And since I mentioned the French team, I want to say good morning, good evening to the French team. They're on the translation line. I want to say bienvenidos to the Spanish translation line. How are you guys doing today? Awesome. All right, so if you are in the United States, go to your back office, click on the Bill Genius logo, and get started. All right. And by the way, what a cool logo. It is not just a man's head with glasses. If you look closely, you will see that that is a B and a G. The blue part is a B, the green part is a G. And that logo, Mr. Kithcart and team, is also genius. All right, so check this out. How are we doing with Bill Genius? Well, we told you that in the first week, Bill Genius saved people over $18,000. Saved Ibüümerang people. That means you and your customers over $18,000. That was just the bills that Bill Genius could get to in the first week. Well, guess what? It's over 48,000 in the second week. Bill is ramping up and picking up steam. That's pretty much almost $67,000 in the first 2 weeks. All right, so that is absolutely crazy. It's fantastic. Tim Lambert just put in the chat that he's already saved over $714 in the next 24 months on his cell phone bill, right? So guys, ladies, this is absolutely phenomenal. And here are some of the savings. I mean, this is exciting. You got Ian Saludaris is on there, 3 times with 3 different bills, AT&T, his security bill. We got his, looks like maybe that's his cable television bill, all sorts of savings, $393, $1,251 saved, $621 saved. Dwight, how much did you save, Dwight? Let's see how good my eyes are. $15 in savings. April, on her Charter Spectrum bill, saved $376. Linda, $240 on the AT&T wireless bill. Check this out, guys. This is the top 20 savings so far. Can y'all get excited about this? If you think this type of savings from Bill Genius is amazing, and this is mislabeled. This should not say top earners. I'm just catching that. It should say top savers. Top savers. This is not what these people earned. It's what they saved. Please make sure that if you screenshot this, that you fix that on yours. And maybe I'll give you a better screenshot during the show. I'll fix it on the keynote and put up a screenshot for you guys to use. But take a look at the amount that people saved so far. We've got Waletta Laufenberg. She submitted 4 bills. And so far, Bill has saved her $890. Okay? I'm just randomly picking people. Imani Davis submitted 3 bills. And so far, Bill Genius has saved Imani $1,170. Check that out. Tawana Williams submitted 4 bills. So far, Bill Genius has saved her $1,368. Doyle Cook submitted 7 bills. And by the way, guys, this should encourage you to don't submit just one. Submit all of the bills that you can. And I'm going to go over in some detail what you can submit. All right. Thank you for the fix. Mark Kidcard is so fast. Okay, guys, screenshot this one. This one you can screenshot. Okay. All right, cool. Because it says top savers on it. You got Samuel Williams, 6 bills, $1,500 saved. There goes. Now let's go to the 2,000 plus savers. James Riddick, submitted 2 bills. Now, actually, James submitted more bills, but one of them, he submitted 3, but one of them was not a qualified bill. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But with the 2 that are workable bills for Bill Genius, James Riddick saved over $2,000, almost $2,100. John Perry, 3 bills, $2,200. Ian Saludaris, 3 bills, as you saw earlier, almost $2,300. Jason and Lawana Muhammad, 3 bills, almost $2,700. And Richard Douglas submitted 5 bills. So you got to give Bill Genius something to work with, and saved so far almost $2,780 just about. All right, so this is super exciting, folks, because you can see that Bill Genius works. If you just put that in the chat, folks, I want to see that in the chat. Hashtag Bill Genius works. Let's see that in the chat on both Facebook and Zoom. Okay, so how does this work? First of all, it is a partnership. Okay, it's a partnership very similar to iGo for Less. So we have partnered with another company that's actually doing this for us. Okay, now Bill has a team of negotiators, and they also have their technology that, as you can see, it works. That's why you're putting in the chat, Bill Genius works. And what we have at Ibüümerang is a marketing relationship. We have the opportunity to bring this to you so that you can do 2 things. Number 1, you can personally save money if you're in the United States. And number 2, you can market this to people in the United States that want to save some money on their bills, and you can earn money when they save money. That is super cool. So let's talk about how it works for you. I've been watching the chat out of the corner of my eye. I know some of you guys have some questions. We are going to answer those questions. So pay attention, okay? All right. How does it work for you? Number 1, if you are an ambassador and you are in the United States, click the Bill Genius link in your back office. It will take you to Bill Genius, where you can now enroll in Bill Genius. Now, here's what happens. That your ambassador ID, your TSA number or A number or whatever, is embedded in that link. When you click that link and you go to Bill Genius, it knows it's you, it knows you're an ambassador, and it's all hooked up with your ambassador ID number. Okay, we're doing some things with links. Enroll in Bill Genius. Upload at least 1 bill. Listen, folks, if you don't have a bill ready to upload, you cannot complete your enrollment. I need a couple of people to just repeat that in the chat so I can know that it was heard. Okay, if you don't upload at least 1 bill at the same time that you enroll, you cannot complete your enrollment. Okay, so you have to have, when you're getting customers and you're sending them there, tell them to have 1 bill ready. When you send your team members there, tell them to have at least 1 bill ready, because if they don't upload at least 1 bill, it ain't happening. Okay, all right, good. Okay, so you guys are hearing me. Upload at least 1 bill. Perfect. All right, then you have to, here's the next step, plug in your payment information. Why do we need to do this? You said Bill doesn't charge me anything unless he saves me money. Yes, but when Bill saves you money, he wants to make sure that you're not so excited that you forget to pay him. So you got to plug in credit card or debit card up front that you are going to use to pay Bill Genius when Bill Genius saves you money. Okay, all right, once you do that, you are going to get an acknowledgement email from Bill Genius that says, we got you, we're excited, we're going to go to work for you. Okay, all right. Now, a few things you need to know. And by the way, those of you with questions, let me help you for a second, guys. Those of you with questions, here's what I want you to do. Pay attention. Don't be so focused on getting your questions typed in and asking these questions and dialoguing back and forth that you are missing the answers, okay? Some of you will note that we're doing this again. And the reason we're doing this again is because we have people who didn't get it the first time or who weren't here. So we're going through it again. Let's make sure that everybody is paying attention, okay? All right, pay attention. All right, so a couple of things you need to know. Number one, Bill has multiple personalities. So when you see all these great results that he's getting for people, Bill will negotiate for you as you, right? So maybe for some of those bills, Bill, and when you sign up and when you enroll, you actually give Bill limited power of attorney to represent you and to even represent you as you, because some of the companies that they'll only talk to you, so Bill's gonna say he's you. So Bill may have, he saved Ian Saludaris almost $2,700, and on some of those bills, I'm pretty sure Bill had to say, hi, this is Ian Saludaris. So that's kind of how Bill gets it done, all right? Now, you pay nothing up front. Even though you've got to put in that information, you don't have to pay your payment information. You don't have to pay anything at that time. If Bill can't save you money, Bill doesn't get any money, all right? This fits our philosophy. Nobody makes any money unless somebody saves money. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? So that's how that part works. Now, another thing is that you are agreeing to split the savings when Bill saves you money. So when Bill saves you money, you don't get all the savings. You actually get to keep half of the savings, and the other half you pay to Bill, okay? So, for example, you take one of the folks who saved $2,000, they actually get to enjoy $1,000 of savings, and they pay Bill $1,000, right? So they're still saving $1,000 and paying $1,000 less than they would pay before, except now they're going to pay their provider, and they're going to also pay Bill. And at the end of the month, they're going to still have $1,000. At the end of the day, they're still going to have $1,000 extra in their pocket, okay? So everybody gets to enjoy the savings. And Bill is not a one-hitter quitter. So he's going to save you money on your current term of your bill, but when that term is up, Bill has already set a reminder to call and make sure you have the best deal on the next term, all right? So that is super cool. Now, for those of you who have a problem with your Bill Genius link, we are fixing that. It's not you, it's us. And it's not everybody, it's just some people, as you can see. So we're working with Bill and his team to fix that. But here's the good news. You can go to BillGenius.com and just log in there, okay? Remember, we have all the information on both sides. With all the information that we have about you at Ibüümerang and all the information that we have about you at Bill Genius, it's easy for us to match it up and sync it all up. So don't stress. Go ahead and get your money saved on your bills. Okay, now a couple of reminders for you. As you are setting up with Bill Genius, and I need everybody to pay attention to this. Number one, fill in all of the information completely. We literally have like over 1,000 plus people who their enrollment is incomplete. And one of the reasons is they didn't fill in all the information. So don't be that person. Fill in all of the information completely. Number two, Bill needs clear, complete, and recent bills to work with. And Bill needs all the pages, okay? So you got to set Bill up to win. You saw those top 20? They save money because they fill the information in completely. They use recent bills. They made sure the copies were clear. By the way, if you can't read it, Bill probably can't either, even though he has glasses, okay? So you want to make sure that you fill them in, that these are clear, complete, and that they're recent. Don't send Bill your old bills. Send him your recent bills, okay? And send all the pages so that Bill can get all the information that he needs to negotiate for you. Also, some of your bills, some of your relationships require a PIN number or a password. Bill needs that. so that Bill can get in and see everything, all the details about your bill, so that Bill can effectively negotiate for you. Give Bill what he needs in order to be a genius. All right. So let's put that in the chat. Give Bill what he needs. All right. Make sure that as you're doing that, you give Bill what he needs to save you money. All right. Good. All right. What can Bill save you money on? A lot of things. And this is not even the full list. Bill can save you money on your cell phone bill, your cable, your internet, even if they're single or bundle. He can save you on your landline, your home phone, your satellite radio, your home security, right? We had one where I think it was Ian, where Bill saved him over $700 on his home security and got him a free equipment upgrade. Come on, Billy G. All right. All right. Waste management, trash pickup, pest control, lawn care, bottled water delivery, your gas bill, your electricity bill in 10 states right now, more states coming. All right. For companies, for businesses. And by the way, congratulations, those of you who've submitted some commercial bills. You've got some businesses in there. Good job. Storage units, cleaning, payroll services, merchant processing, and web services. And if you're not sure, submit it anyway. Bill will sort it out. But there are some things that we can just go ahead and save everybody the trouble on. Bill cannot save you money on regulated bills. What's a regulated bill? Like your city water bill. Okay, so the city has one set of pricing. There's no deal that Bill's going to be able to find. Okay, Bill can't save you money on long-term contracts like your mortgage. Bill can't save you money on your mortgage. Stop sending your mortgages in. Stop sending your car notes in. Bill cannot save you money on those. All right, so don't send those. But your life insurance, he can't save you money on your life insurance either. Okay, all right, so don't send in your life insurance bill either. All right, now how does it work? Once you're enrolled and you've uploaded your bill, no, rich Bill, Bill's saving you money on all sorts of great stuff. Once you've uploaded it, all of your stuff, Bill and his team start to evaluate your bills, and then they start to negotiate your bills. Okay. Now, if Bill saves you money, as we discussed, you're going to split the savings with Bill 50-50. If Bill doesn't save you money, it means you already have the best deal possible. So that's good news too. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. Now, how does the money work? How does the money work? When you're going to pay Bill, people have asked, when it comes time to pay the bill, who do I pay? You pay the company that is providing the service. You're going to pay them a smaller amount because Bill has negotiated that for you. So you pay them. Let's suppose it's your cell phone bill with AT&T. You are going to continue to pay your cell phone bill to AT&T. But now your choice, you have to pay Bill Genius. You can either pay him monthly or you can pay him all at once. Right? So you can pay him his part of the savings on a monthly basis using the card that you provided up front. And of course, if you need to change it, you can change the card. Or you can pay all at once. Now, if you pay monthly, you're going to pay 50% of the savings to Bill. If you pay all at once, you're going to pay 40% of the savings to Bill, which means you now get to keep 60%. So there's a big incentive to just go ahead and pay Bill all at once. Okay? All right. Somebody said, which states are eligible with utilities? See, that's what I'm telling you guys. Pay attention. Screenshot it right now. I'll give you a 5 count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now you know which states are utility eligible. Okay, now customers. Let's talk about customers. How do you get a customer? Been dealing with this one all week. Okay, there's a now way, and then there's the way it's going to continue to work in the future. Now, the way you get a customer is you send a boomerang. Now, in order to get this up quickly, because boomerangs is actually a complicated piece of proprietary Ibüümerang only technology, So in order to get this up quickly for Vision, we did a different way to do this. So when you generate the boomerang, what it does, we're not sending just the code. The customer is getting a link, and we have put their boomerang code in the link. So as long as they use the link to go to Build Genius, we know the code and we know to tie that customer to you. Okay, so you can click send as an SMS, and they're going to get a text message with the link and some instructions. You can click send as an email, and they will get an email with the link and some instructions. You can click copy to clipboard, and that will give you the entire link, not just the code. The one thing that you should not do is don't just take the numbers of the code and send it to the person. Okay? So you've got 3 different ways: send as SMS, send as an email, copy to the clipboard. All right? But now here's the deal. I personally recommend you always copy to clipboard and then do the SMS and the email, or the email, so that you have the customer gets it 2 ways. All right. Now here's what we're working on. One of the things that we're working on, we've already been working on it for a week. Hopefully we can have it completed this week, is we are going to put Build Genius on the same path, the same customer path that we have everything else. So when we finish our work, your customer is going to go to igoboom.com. But right now your customer goes straight to Build Genius with that link, and we capture it. Even if your customer does not use the link, by virtue of the fact that you created a boomerang for them and you put their information in, we can match it up after the fact. Okay, so what am I trying to tell you? You don't have anything to worry about. Go get those customers. All right, go get those customers. All right. Now, how do you make money on this? How do you make money on this? Well, first way is you earn money when your customer, when your organization, when your team members save money with Build Genius. Let's suppose you have an ambassador who saves $100 a month. That ambassador is a Build Genius customer. They're going to pay Build Genius $50 a month, and we're going to take $7.50 a month and put that into the unilevel, the monthly commissions, and split that up among 7 levels. So when if you have lots of ambassadors saving money, it's going to be some nice extra money in your check. Remember, the PRIB is a perpetual residual income builder, and now this is starting to add to your monthly residual income. What about when it's a customer? Let's say a customer saves $100 a month. Well, that customer is going to pay Build Genius $50 a month. We're going to pay a direct bonus to the person, to the ambassador who got the customer. In this particular case, $3.75 a month. And then we're going to take another $3.75 and put it in the unilevel and split that 7 levels up. So it adds to the residual income for you and your upline. Okay, so that's the concept. That's how it works. Do you have to be dual team qualified to get paid from savings bonuses? Actually, no. You need to be unilevel qualified, which means that you've actually enrolled at least one person who has an activated position. Okay, so it can't be a standby or somebody who stayed at standby. They have to elevate. Okay, all right. So let me see.
No,
by the way,
have it.
Huh?
He does not have it.
He sent it to me.
Oh, did he?
He sent it to me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He literally just sent it to me, let's see, he sent it to me 7 minutes ago.
Oh, all right, there you go. Okay.
Look at that, we have a winner. So at Vision, and hold on, let me do this. Mark, let's see how fast you are. Okay. At Vision, when we launched Build Genius, there was a ton of excitement. And you could tell that Build Genius is Holton Bug's new best friend. Like you can see here in this picture, you see these guys just totally chumming it up because they're new best buddies. Because why? Because Holton's philosophy, which has become our Ibüümerang philosophy, is what? Hashtag good. Get out of debt. And that means making money. That means saving money. And Build just fits right in with it. So this fits right in with the philosophy of Ibüümerang and Holton Bugs. And so Holton, when he explained this and he introduced Build Genius to the Ibüümerang family, he said that for everybody who submitted bills during Vision, which means between September 4 and September 6, he was going to take a look to see how many bills they submitted. And he said he was going to take a look and see who submitted at least 3 bills. And that he was going to pick one person out of that and pay one of their submitted bills for an entire year. He said that that's what he was going to do. And so we've been taking a look at who's been doing that, and we got the report from Bill late last night with the detail that was needed for our CEO to pick a winner. And we finally have a winner chosen. All right, Mark, I gave you, there we go. And the winner is, dude, you are so fast, Maddie Riley. Congratulations to Maddie Riley. And Maddie Riley, Holton Bugs, and Ibüümerang are going to pay your Verizon bill for the next 12 months. Congratulations on being a Bill Genius winner. All right, way to go, Maddie. All right, and by the way, I think Mark Kithcart deserves some congratulations too, because that was really fast, Mark.
Thanks, bro.
Yes, sir. Boom, baby, boom, boom. All right, cool. All right, I think that's it for Build Genius. So, folks, here's what we want to do. We want to encourage you guys, submit those bills. Come on, let's get another wave of bill submissions going. Who's going to submit some new bills and get some new Build Genius customers? I want to see that in the chat before we move on to our next segment. Just let us know who's in the game. Who's going to submit some new bills to Build Genius? Who's going to get their family to save some money? Who's going to get their neighbors, their friends, their co-workers in the United States? Who's going to do it? Let's get a whole new wave of Build Genius bills going. All right, let's see who's going to be the top 20 in the next week or two. All right, fantastic. All right, Mark, what do we have next?
We have this.
You know what? Build Genius will save you some dollars so that you can get some cents.
Okay. Okay. So, all right.
Not my best.
So the.
Oh, I got a correction. It's Mandy.
Oh, okay.
He just texted me. It's Mandy. Sorry, Mandy. It's Mandy Riley.
All
Mandy
right.
Riley. Sorry, Mandy. Congratulations.
Okay, so Zent is extended then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still
Now,
going on?
I got a warning. Mr. Bugs came on flight school and he said that Zent's would be extended. The Zent show specials would be extended until we have resumed normal payment processing activity. And I want to let everybody know that effective last night, we are at that point, right? So with our tech team doing a little bit of work this weekend. We are going to be there. So you guys want to make sure that you get after it on this one, because this show special is not going to live much longer. So I want to light that fire for you guys.
Cool, cool. Right on. Hey, and people are saying, if it don't make
dollars,
it don't make
cents.
There you go.
Man, I just don't want my position to end up on Indeed.
Oh man. All right. So you know what? People have been qualifying at higher ranks based only on vents.
Mm-hmm.
Based on vents. This is craziness, bro.
I'm telling you, you got people changing ranks. And so you know what you need to do, people? If you're, get off the fence and get some Zents.
Get off the fence and get some Zents. Okay, moving on. Okay, Ruby in qualification, Wayne McNaught. Wayne McNaught. Now, all of these are final qualification pending, okay? So we gotta be sure, we gotta, make sure that everything's all set and everything's good. And that will be, they will be
It's usually verified. It's usually verified by the 15th of the following month.
There you go. All right. Okay, Emerald
and by the way, this is a good point for me to say. The reason that we do that is because we have to make sure that the volume sticks, right? And that you don't have a lot of refunds and chargebacks and stuff like that. So that's why we give it those 15 days and then we recalculate.
All right. Ellen Smith. Emerald in qualification.
Bermuda in the house.
Yeah, you go.
Helene Dill. Now see, so Ellen Smith, not only did she go Emerald with Zents, she broke another Emerald in her group. Helene Dill. Way to go. They are on Zents fire. So way to go. Just super proud of you guys. And Bermuda, totally rocking it.
Nice. Sapphire in qualification, Sonia Holder.
Yes.
Sonia Holder. Nice.
Shernette Keynes, another. Way to go. I love this. You know what? We talk about the fish and the elephants. I think that's what's happening here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Rose Scott, Sapphire in qualification. Nice job, Rose. Excellent.
Oh, there we go. Customer Queen, Shirley Xavier, Sapphire in qualification.
There you go. Another one, Patricia Gordon Camplin, Sapphire in qualification. Good job, Patricia. Way to go.
Caroline Williams. Great job. Sapphire in qualification. And by the way, just say it again, that means they did the volume necessary to achieve Sapphire. And of course, it's pending the final qualification at the 15th of next month. But way to go, Caroline Williams. Way to get after it. Awesome.
All right. So we just want to say, if somebody on your team has hit a rank based on Zents, send us a screenshot, okay, of the ambassador's back office. And then what we'll do is we will feature you on our social channels. So go ahead and get that done. Again, if you have hit a rank because of Zents, all right?
Yes. Hey, now before we go to the next slide, let's there's something I just want to talk to everybody about real quick here. All right. So we can just stop sharing for a second. So, you guys have heard me talk about the fact that Holtenbug said that as soon as we get back to regular payment processing, taking Visa and MasterCard the good old fashioned way, that's when the show special would end. And so we are very, very close to that point. We are now at the point where we're installing it. So it's a done deal. And here's what we want you guys to know. As you guys know, we've announced a couple of times that we were close to running subscriptions. We really did believe that we were. We jumped the gun. But now we are confident. We are confident that we will be running subscriptions next week. Okay, so you're going to get some communication from us about that. But what I want to do is I want to encourage you guys to do a couple of things to make sure that you get ready. Number one, make sure that whatever card you have on file, that you have the money on there to do it. Okay, even better, make sure that you have the money in your e-wallet. Right. So, for example, on Monday, many of you are going to have money in your e-wallet from your weekly commissions. Don't withdraw it all. Make sure you have enough in there for your August subscription and for your September subscription. That would be a smart thing for a person to do. It's what I would do. I would make sure that I had $200 in there so it could just be covered and I don't have to worry about it. It's easier for you if you do it that way. Okay. But obviously, since we have not run August subscriptions yet, and we won't be running them till next week, we will not be, we're going to have to delay our August, our monthly commissions for August, which would normally be paid on the 20th. And it really would be totally unfair of us to go ahead and pay commissions on the 20th anyway, because everyone who wants to pay their August subscription has not had the opportunity to do so. So we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to do that and that the checks can actually be accurate. If we ran it anyway, everybody's check would just be wrong. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run those subscriptions this week. We are 100% confident that we're going to be doing that. And we are going to pay the monthly subscription, the monthly commission, on the 28th. Okay, so we're just going to push 8 days so that we can make sure that we get those subscriptions run, so that your checks can be right, and that way we can get everything proper. Okay, so that's the right way to do it. We definitely apologize for the delay, but in the spirit of the it factor, integrity and transparency, we never try to hide anything from you. We're always upfront, and we let you guys know what's happening and to the best of our knowledge when things are going to happen. So we're at this place where we will be doing that. So make sure you guys get ready. You will have an opportunity. We're going to automatically run those subscriptions. And if it doesn't run, you will have the opportunity to fix it yourself. Okay, we're going to make sure that we run them automatically, and that if for whatever reason yours doesn't go through, you will have a chance to fix it. It will be a small window. So please pay attention to our communication this week, but you will have the opportunity to make sure that your August subscription runs. And also, because we are now starting to get into the final days of the month, we want to let you guys know that your August subscription and your September subscription will likely run very close together. Just need you guys to be prepared for that. However, many of you have upgraded to first class and purchased the $4.99 Zents pack. So that means that you won't have a September subscription because it's covered in that pack. And everybody who hasn't done that, if you have the opportunity to do that this weekend. So we just want to make sure that you know that. If your card, now another thing I want to let you know is that we removed a bunch of cards from the system. And we want to let you guys know we removed every card from our system that has expired, that came back as a bad card in the past. If your card was involved in a chargeback, this is your one chance of grace. We removed your card, but we didn't remove you. Remember, Holton Bugs stated very clearly that if you charge back, you will be terminating your relationship with us, right? So we remove those because we want to make sure that we run good, clean business with all of our merchants, and that we just operate in excellence as a company in every way. So if your card is removed and you don't have a card on file, two things. Number one, e-wallet. Remember, leave enough in your e-wallet if you can, when you get your Monday, right? Because I don't believe we'll be running them prior to Monday. Number two, you'll have the chance once we finish our installation that we're doing this weekend, you will have the chance to plug in a new card, all right? Because you will, if we do the automatic run and yours doesn't go through because you don't have a card, you will be able to click the reactivate button and go ahead and pay your August subscription. So, and at that point in time, as part of that process, you will be able to plug in a new card. All right. So this is really exciting stuff. Holton and I were super excited about this last night, and it's time for us to rock and roll. Now, for those of you who went ahead and paid your subscription anyway, you're good. All right, we already know that. We have a record of that. You're absolutely good. We're not going to run those again. So there you go. DocuSign, Zens orders. We will be, our goal is to get all of those done this week. All right, there's a lot of them. All right, there's a lot of them. So we're going to get those done for you guys this week. All right. So in any event, we love you guys. Your entire team was not on today. Make sure they watch Flight School, they watch this segment, or at least make sure that you communicate this to them, because we're ready to rock and roll. Love you guys. And with that, we have a special gift for you right now. The gift is in the form of a training by a gentleman that I actually have the pleasure of being able to say that I introduced him to network marketing way back when, and he is a beast. Sam Bean, one of your top diamonds, he just has a mind that is just incredible. His leadership is phenomenal. And he just, last week, Mark, while you were in Cabo and while my wife and I were painting the living room, Sam did a Zens call-a-thon. And the numbers were ridiculous. He got everybody on a Zoom, and Sam and I should say Sam and Kim, I got to give his better 2/3 credit, Kim Bean. These guys got their team onto a Zoom, went over a script with them, and encouraged them to go ahead and make the phone calls that many people would have been afraid to make. And the numbers that came out of that call were absolutely ridiculously phenomenal. So what Sam's going to do, he's about to come on here. We're going to get out of the way of greatness. And Sam, we're going to let you just share whatever it is that you need to share with everybody to help them catch up to what you and your team are doing.
What's going on, Tigray and Mark? Can y'all see me?
We can.
All right.
Sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to hijack the call, and I'm not doing nothing until a Dallas Cowboy fan donates 1,000 stars. I'm just kidding. All right, so, but I am happy that the Cowboys lost. So you can tell HB wherever he's at, good luck. There's always next year. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have, really been on fire as a company. And when I say on fire as a company, you guys are Zensane. When I say Zensane, I haven't seen anything like this in a while. And this is something you just can't get used to. This is something that, it does something to you every time you're in the midst of it, every time you experience it. And, when you look at, what you guys have been doing, like just the whole entire roll call of all of y'all who broke pins and broke ranks, I'm proud of all y'all, because that's part of the reason why Mr. Bugs does promotions when it comes to, having products and things like that. So for those of you who are, system-based, membership-based, technology-based, people who who've lived or built your career around technology and memberships, what have you, this is the new normal. Okay? And so get used to this. You're going to have the best of both worlds, if you will, when it comes to this platform. Anytime you have a multi-sided platform, it gives you the opportunity to focus on more than one thing, and so you don't pigeonhole your business, just like the company is not going to pigeonhole its business. So again, always follow the company's lead. But right now, I got my Zens in, I'm energized, my eucalyptus right now, and going to take it to the next level with that. But I do want to say, this has been, something that for me and the team and a lot of the other leaders around the company, we've been waiting on something like this. And it is just getting started. Like Mark said and T-Ray said, for them to be releasing a new vertical or a new service or a new product every quarter, this thing, it's not going to stop. It's not going to slow down. That just shows you guys that, you're in the right place at the right time. You just got to be the right person, do the right thing. But Tigger, I think we divided the company, at the event. I think we have a 50-50 split, when it comes to Build Genius. You got all of your yellows and all of your greens, The greens don't want to. The greens want to save every dime on every bill, and the yellows want to make sure that everybody else saves, every dime on every bill. They want to help people, right? Then you got your blues and your greens. I mean, the blues and your reds, right? They are Zents fanatics. These are people who basically they're fired up because it's fun to have call-a-thons, and the reds say, you know what, we can make a lot more money and we can advance in rank. And so you got the company divided, man. We got to get this thing together, man. I tell you. So for those of you who are excited, for those of you who are energized, let me see some E's and some Z's, guys. Some E's and Z's. I know y'all been doing 5s and 7s, but I want to see some energy. Like Cesar Munoz, always says, it's all about the energy. Okay, energy, energy, energy. Let me see these E's and Z's. I see them, I see them, I see them, I see them. That's fantastic. And for those of you real quick, before we get into the training, while we getting those E's and Z's going, and they are rocking and rolling, some of y'all act like you have Zents in already. This is a good thing. This early in the morning for you to have common sense. But Go Diamond is coming. And guess what? If they're going to announce another something at Go Diamond, for those of you who are out there continuing to build your Boomerang customer base, you guys are setting yourself up for a huge, huge, financial tsunami. You're basically helping yourself build your legacy, right? So make sure you're doing that. Get it ready. Get it ready. For those of you who who want to be, let's just say, on top of the game, I'm just telling you, promote this thing hard, promote this thing huge, and just go crazy, go batty. So let me share the screen here. Let's see here. All right. And the training, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's how to properly maximize the launch of a new product, and basically by promoting the diamond way. We're talking about how diamonds do it. And, it's not about doing the $200,000 in volume. It's about doing the activity that the diamonds do and doing it the way that the diamonds do it, right? And so when you look at people who are going to events, they come out of the events differently, right? And, diamonds come out of the event on purpose, and everybody else just come out of the event, right? And so again, when I say diamonds come out of the event on purpose, I'm not talking about people who are at the diamond rank per se. I'm talking about people who went to that event and came out with what they needed to go diamond. So you see all these, people who hit, we didn't even see the directors, senior directors, executive directors. We saw all the sapphires, the rubies, and the emeralds. And I can just tell you, a lot of these people are going to go diamond by Go Diamond. Okay? And it's going to be accredited to the Zents promotion and 2020 vision. So don't miss your moment, ladies and gentlemen. Every event is important to somebody, and that somebody is a person who's prepared when they go into that event to come out of that event differently. Okay, so when you look at the visionary, you see it right there. When your visionary launches a product or a service or a vertical, you should promote it like it's your own, ladies and gentlemen. Board members, shareholders, which I consider you guys to be because you have a position in this company, not necessarily from the technical aspect of the word. I don't want T-Gray to have an aneurysm over there. I don't, saying, hey, look, you guys are shareholders and board members, but you know what I mean, right? But the people who support and back, right, the genius, of the visionary, those people normally have and can expect, great returns, epic returns, huge returns on their investment, right? And so, when you look at, and see, that's a networker calling me right now. Sorry about that. But when you look at, I'm gonna turn this off because I don't want people to, because she'll call back. People are excited, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a lady who I hadn't talked to in about 4 years. And she called me out of the blue because she's been watching social media and she's been looking. And a lot of you guys are going to be getting that. So if you've been working, you've been hunting, you've been in the field, you've been in the trenches, and you've been prospecting, a lot of you guys are getting phone calls and getting emails and inboxes and things like that. And so that's exciting. So continue to do the right thing. But when you support and when you support, endorse, and back the visionary, I can say right now, it leads to a couple of things. It helps them trust you. It creates a level of loyalty, and connection with you. It opens up doors of more opportunities, for you, and then it gives you access and some favor. And ladies and gentlemen, in this industry, the one thing that I found that has put me in a position where I have the unfair advantage is that the access that I have, the Edwin Haynes and Holtz and Bugs, has given me access to information, access to, secrets, access to things that are coming in the future. And I can tell you that there's nothing more empowering, to gain the trust and loyalty of your superior, your senior partners, right? Your upline leaders. And so even if you don't understand it, okay, even if you don't understand it, support it, because you're in the company because you believed in a leader. So if you believe in that leader, which is Holton Buggs, the CEO of the company, make sure you endorse it, because he's seeing things from a position that you can't. Okay. And when I say that, let me quantify that. Let's say you're in traffic, you're on a highway, it's California or it's Atlanta, places that have horrible traffic, right? And you're stuck. But he's not. He's in a helicopter, right? And he's hovering aboard, and he can see everything that's going on for miles and miles and miles ahead, right? And so he has clear vision. You don't. You see the car that's right next to you or right in front of you or right behind you. That's all you see. But what he can tell you is, okay, get into this lane, get off this highway at this point, and then I'm going to navigate you down a path that's going to put you in a situation where when you get back on the highway, there'll be nobody in front of you, okay? That's what visionaries do. They see around corners, right? They see into the future. And so you have to borrow their vision, okay? Because if you use your own, what will happen is you'll always end up earning exactly what you've always earned. You'll always end up with the results that you've always created. And so for me personally, I'd rather have Holton Buggs' results than mine, okay? And so again, always buy into the visionary. To our secret special agent 72s, thank you guys. Thank each and every last one of you guys. Those of you who sold, $500 worth, $1,000 worth, $4,000 worth, $8,000, whatever it was you sold, we appreciate you, because you guys are the pioneers. You guys are the social proof that the company needed, right? And a lot of us diamonds needed it, and HB knew that. Again, this is his vision. So again, if you have 72 people who went out there and made sales, all right, and all of these people made sales, and they were not diamonds, they were not expert network marketers, they were people who Mr. Buggs plucked out of the system and said, hey, look, we want you guys to represent us, and you guys did that on the highest of high levels, and I appreciate you, because it made it easier for us to go out there and do everything that we did. And so when you look at the bottom, it says, by the way, all diamonds are great promoters. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in this business by virtue of a diamond, promoting and painting a picture and painting a vision of what this company is going to be. All diamonds are great promoters. Remember, you have to become a master promoter at some point in time if you want to make sure that you get to the highest levels. If you want to build big customer bases, you got to become a master promoter. You want to build big groups, you got to become a master promoter. You have to be able to create verbal brochures that move people, okay? And I can tell you, everything that you guys did, all the videos that you guys created some amazing verbal brochures for us, right? And after the secret agents, the 72s, went and did their job, you had some other people, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the leader. Remember, that word "the" is important, okay? Because in every room of leaders, there's always the leader, right? And it's industry direct sales and network marketing. You have a lot of leaders, and Holton Buggs, the CEO of this company, is the leader, right? But when you look at all these other diamonds, okay, the leader always goes first, right? And it was amazing. I was coming home from Atlanta, and I was on the plane, and I was just looking through, my WhatsApp, and I'm always in the diamond chat and looking at all these, posts these guys and these ladies are posting about what's going on in the groups and updates from T. Gray and Mark or the GMA Edwin Haynes. And, Tommy Johnson put a text, in that group, and it says, has something to do with the effect of Sam Bean, I can't wait for your special training. And it freaked me out, because I literally thought that I missed a training that I was scheduled to do for the company. And we got 100,000 things going on at one time, and Tommy is freaking me out. And I'm like, what training? And I didn't know that. I knew HB did his training, but I didn't put the two together. And he had mentioned me in that training, and so Tommy cleared that up, and I can breathe again, and I felt good about it. But that was also a form of manipulation, okay, by Holton Buggs, the CEO himself. You got to understand that He is a master of what he does. He is the ultimate master promoter. And when he puts your name out there, there are expectations that come with it. And so, it's amazing. I always say, I hate, knowing that I'm about to have to do something and I have no control over whether I do it or not. It's got to get done. And so, like T. Gray said, we went and we did a calling party. We call it the Zensanity Call-a-thon. And in 2 hours, we created, $25,935 of results with just 59 TSAs, okay, domestic and foreign, and 745 boxes were sold in those 2 hours, right? And then you're looking here, you see Tommy's Guns, there's Tommy Johnson and his team. Tommy's Guns, they sold 775 boxes for $27,125. Give or take $1 or $2, give or take a box or two. Bella's Ballers, and I'm talking about Daniel Toledo's, the Toledo Camaros. Bella's Ballers did 400 boxes for $14,000. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, these are not final numbers. These are just their numbers that they did within an hour and a half to 2 hours, in their call-a-thon, right? And then David's Hunters, right? David Hunt's, his team, 380 boxes, $13,300 in sales, ladies and gentlemen, in an hour and a half, 2 hours. And again, when you look at those numbers are amazing. When you look at every box that's sold, ladies and gentlemen, we feed a proper portion of nutrition to a child, right? And so when you look at those numbers with just those 4 diamonds, you had 2,300 portions of nutrition that were served in just 8 hours of calling. Can I get a boom? Can I get some E's? Can I get some Z's? Right? Can we get some more stars? This just for the fact that we started up, we lit it up, and then you had Pippin's Powerhouse Pop Pins with the promo. Say that fast, right? And so they went out there. Jayla and Jackie Pippin went out there and kicked it, killed it. I know Tawana Houston was a part of that deal, and Karen Hurst and the rest of those guys were out there rocking and rolling. But they have been doing, call-a-thon at the call-a-thon, box sale at the box sales, pin pop at the pin pop, and they've been rocking it, man. I tell you, we all feed off each other, and so y'all keep on rocking and rolling. As a matter of fact, we are doing one at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, if I'm not mistaken, here today with Jackie and Jayla. I can't wait to get that thing popping. So one thing I do want to get into real quick here, before we move into how to actually go out there and launch a product, how to go out there and have a call-a-thon that's successful, I want you to flex your genius, right? And, when you look at, what Mr. Bugs' definition of genius is the ability to do 2 things at one time. The ability to do 2 things at one time. So when you see that warning is a fair warning. We don't want you guys to get distracted and abandon your building, for retailing, okay? This is something that you can get sucked into. This is something that you can get totally distracted from because it's fun. Some of you greens who don't have fun, my analytical people, you gotta watch it, right? Some of your yellows, you gotta watch it. But some of your reds as well, you gotta watch it. This is fun and this is distracting. So with all the results that are coming, we don't want you guys to stop doing what your leaders had you doing before you went into the event. Okay, continue to do your presentations, continue to do your Zooms. Like we had a Zoom, scheduled for every night of the week since we got back. We had Zooms, a Zoom marathon on Saturday and Sunday after we got back. And it wasn't Zoom Zents marathons, it was Zoom presentation marathons, because we want to make sure that we were in a position where we can still present, still build an organization, still grow our customer base while we were growing our distributor base, okay, our ambassador base. So make sure you ride the momentum, but only after you create it, right? Don't get distracted by it. Don't be like, hey, look, I sold $5,000 worth of Zents, and all of a sudden you stop and your success becomes your distraction, right? Use this thing for what it's presented as. One, a recruiting tool for prospects, and make sure that you put them in a position where they know that now this is something that we didn't have. This is something that it did help us get to $100 million. This is going to help us to get to, $500 million. I mean, $500 million or to $1 billion. This is something that we didn't have to help us get to a million customers. This is something that helped us get into 188 countries. This is something additional, right? And so use it, as a catalyst to keep your business going, relaunching your organization, whatever it is, but do not kill your business because you got distracted. I just wanted to make sure you guys got that part, okay? And so when you look at the Zen Sanity Call-a-thon, what are the benefits of doing a call-a-thon? Right? What are the benefits? Because when you look at benefits, we always teach you guys, don't sell what it is, sell what it does, right? Okay, don't sell the call-a-thon, sell what the call-a-thon can do, right? And so when you look at us retailing Zents on these call-a-thons, again, it's going to help, when it comes to your retailing leading to upgrades, enrollments, right? When you have people who, I was listening to one of the guys, a recording in the chat, the Diamond chat, where one of the gentlemen from Trinidad Tobago, had sold a person, 25 boxes, right? And at the call-a-thon, on Tommy's call-a-thon. And then he was doing a presentation, the person called back and he just let the person listen to his presentation. And by the time his presentation was over with, he had to stop his presentation to do a transaction. The person upped the quantity of how many boxes that they bought, just by listening to his excitement and his energy, right? Indirectly in third party, right? And so this is creating a whole entirely different wave of energy that most of you guys aren't used to, right? And so you can actually pre-sell your way into the business. You have people who have been hit, real bad. It was not prepared, for the pandemic and for, the recession and the things that's happening right now economically in their countries. But, this is taking all of the excuses, away from them. The late, great Jim Rohn says the one thing that you don't need to be successful in network marketing is money, okay? If you have fight in you, if you have vision, if you can do what's required and go out there and pre-sell products, ladies and gentlemen, you can buy your way into the business. You can work your way into the business. And this allows you to be able to do that. You couldn't do that with travel. You couldn't do that, with Vibe, but you can do that here, okay, with Zents. So do not miss this opportunity. A lot of people are breaking ranks because they're now recruiting the people who could not afford to come in business with them, right? No shipping, no taxes, free product, no excuses. All of that will be gone once those credit cards come online. Okay? And so every moment is a moment that you got to take advantage of, right? HB, E. Haynes, and your senior partners know your name. You're on their radar, ladies and gentlemen. They know you exist. They know you're in the hunt. Remember, you've been in the incubator, right? If you are not a builder, you're not a leader, you haven't been presenting, you haven't been recruiting, you are flying below radar, right? This is you sticking your hand up saying, hey, look, I'm here. I have a post. I'm ready to rock and roll. I see it now. I feel it now. I'm ready to roll. And so now you got these people's attention, right? So again, when we go to Go Diamond, right? Mr. Bugs, he may need some new secret agents. He already told you he's not going to use the special agents 72s anymore, right? Not for the new products, whether it be in Go Diamond or whether it be the first quarter of 2021 where they launch a new service or product. Just make sure that they know what you can do, right? Make sure. So use your story to market your business. This is another benefit, right? For most of you guys, give an example. Dale Boudreaux works at a refinery, right? And he runs at least 3 refineries over in Louisiana and Oklahoma. And so he's been extremely busy. He hadn't got a chance to focus a whole lot on his business. But, I sent Dale a text message, say, hey, man, can I count on you? He said, I'm there, Mr. Bean. So he got on a call-a-thon, he and his beautiful wife, Nanette, and they rocked and rolled. When I say they led the charge, in our Zen Sanity call-a-thon, they sold 97 boxes, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 hours. At $10 a box. Mark, you might want to give the disclaimer or put the disclosure up there, whatever you want to put up there. But at $10 of profit per box, that was $1,000 basically that Dale and Nanette Boudreaux earned, in 2 hours. That's $500 an hour. Keenan Burton, $600 in 2 hours, right? That's $300 an hour. Thank you, Mark. Dana Deuce Willis over in Sacramento. $600 in 2 hours, right? They sold 60 boxes, 57 boxes. So again, that's $300 an hour. Who do you know that's doing that, right? And people want to do that. So they need to do that. So give them your story. When you're doing these call-a-thons, create the biggest, stories that you can, right? So you can make sure that you can use it. People want to know that you're winning. Remember, just because you're not a top recruiter doesn't mean you're not winning, right? So you can win this way. This is opportunity also for some of you guys who've been incubating and you've been trying to figure out if this is the thing for you or not. This is opportunity for you to relaunch your business because you can see it, you can feel it, it's different, right? So hashtag just different. You can feel it. So here go the goods, ladies and gentlemen. Here go the goods. First thing you want to do, when you talk about, your call-a-thon, and this is how you set a Zen-sane tone, right? Not insane, a Zen-sane tone. The thing was rocking so hard. It was so bananas. It was so crazy that when Johnny Wimbrey got on, he got off. I said, man, what'd you do? I needed you to say something. He said, I didn't know what to say. He said, I didn't want to mess nothing up. He said, it was pandemonium on there. And for Johnny to jump off, I'm just telling you, you got to know the environment. You got to know the atmosphere. You got to know what was going on. It had to be, like I said, sheer pandemonium. And so you want to set a insane tone before that thing cranks up, before that thing starts, so you can make sure you get the optimal benefit, okay? And so here are some of the things, that I've actually put together for you guys. I was up to about 4 o'clock this morning. You can probably see the rings up under my eyes. So putting these slides together to make sure I didn't leave anything out. But I don't know if you guys have seen The Boiler Room, right? That movie was a movie that I actually got this concept from, okay? And going back to, HB, like I said, HB being the genius that he is, when he was talking about being in that room, that presentation room, and it was filled to capacity, and he had everybody pull out their script. When he did that, and I saw all these strangers pull out their script, and I pulled my script, I was reading off the script as well, and I saw how easy it was. It being my first time, I felt like if I could do it, anybody can do it, okay? And so when I saw the movie Boiler Room, I said, okay, when I go to St. Louis next week, we're gonna rock this thing out. And we had 100 people in St. Louis in the room. And after the whole entire Super Saturday training was over with, I got everybody up on their feet. Everybody had their list. Everybody had their phones. And we started calling, right? I know Tommy's mom said that I sounded like a stockbroker or manager on a stockbroker floor, calling out bids and buys and sales. And that's how crazy it was. So you want to create that atmosphere. You want to create that noise. You want to create that energy. And you want to put yourself in a position where it's infectious, right? To everybody that's on the line. You got to make it fun and make it effective, ladies and gentlemen. For 2 hours, that time passed by so fast because people were having so much fun and having so many new results that they couldn't stop. They didn't want to stop, right? You had a couple people who fell off, but again, they had things to do. They had jobs. They had appointments already. They had Zooms or calls that they had automatically set up. That's fine. But you have people who stayed on. I think we ended up having about 38 people when it was all said and done that was still on there 2 hours later, right? Use the script. Like T. Gray said, I didn't go over a script. HB created a script for you guys. I'm not about to rewrite another script for nothing. If HB wrote it, it's been written. Okay, all you got to do now is read it. Okay, get your mind right. No stinking thinking. You want to make sure whatever it is that you got going on in there, understand you only have a couple of moments. We only had 2 hours, and you don't want to waste that time, trying to talk yourself into doing something. You don't want to waste your time, putting yourself in a position where you're no longer scared to do something or you're fighting fears. Get your mind right. Put your big boy underwear on, your big girl underwear on. Let's get it, right? But it's everybody's first time. It's everybody's first time. It's always going to be somebody's first time, right? It wasn't my first time, but Danny and our rest of them guys, Tommy was telling me this is my first time, but Tommy and them, you see how much money generated in that first time, okay? David Hunt, I sent him the recording of our Zoom, and so he looked at it and he said, "Oh, I got this. I'm gonna do it." And guess what? It was all his people's first time, and you can't use that as an excuse, ladies and gentlemen. Be excited about the moment. It's gonna put you in a position where you start to stretch. You're gonna get uncomfortable, and you'll start to grow from this experience. And remember, when you do this and you succeed from this, you can teach this. Your people who are coming in behind you, they're going to need you to show them how to do this one day. And we won't be there to do it because we'll be doing this with other new people, okay? But it's everybody's first time. Energy and urgency is key. You got to have a high level of energy. You got to have a high level of urgency to get to every call and get people off the phone, right? When you're trying to get to every call and trying to get people off the phone, you'll notice that your sales will go up. If you're sitting there begging, if you're sitting there trying to convince, if you're sitting there trying to explain, the longer you do that, the more time you kill, plus you're killing that deal, okay? Urgency matters. Urgency seals the deal. Speed in this situation does not kill. Speed thrills in this situation, okay? So again, urgency and energy. Set the expectation. Like we had the agenda. It wasn't to make money. You know, the agenda was to put the company on our back and say, hey, look, you already know what HB set us up for. We already know what responsibility we got. This is something that we got to do for the company. This is not for us. We'll benefit as a byproduct, but we got to go do this thing so HB can get his story. Master manipulator, master promoter. So again, he's awesome at what he does, but guess what? We have to meet that and rise to that occasion, ladies and gentlemen. And so we did that, and you'll start to now see people who, you know, understand what just happened, do the same exact thing. You have people who set up right now to do call-a-thons all day today, and they're using this, you know, this training as something that's going to help them get through it. Okay. Remember, every box sold feeds starving children. Remember, I showed you guys how many kids we fed in 8 hours with those 4 different call-a-thons. When you look at the parameters, make sure that you guys, everybody knows the parameters, make sure everybody knows the rules, right? They know the deadline. Like we let everybody know, hey, it's going to start now. Okay, we prepped them, and then we started officially at 20 minutes after the hour, and we ended it 20 minutes after the second hour. We let them know that, you know, when this is over with, you know, the numbers for this contest stops, but you can keep on going. You know, like Dale Boudreaux and then Boudreaux, they kept going. They went from 97 boxes during the call-a-thon to 120 boxes in the next 2 hours after that was over with. Okay, and so again, you keep on going, right? But make sure you set the rules and deadline. We let them know that, you know, your purchase, you know, on, you know, your purchase within the next 24 hours in your back office was going to be what we use to validate the numbers that you put on the board, right? So that way we don't have anybody calling out fictitious numbers and trying to win a contest based on them just saying, I got 5 boxes, I got, you know, 20 boxes, no. If we see it in your back office, we know you got it, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to get that in just a second. But you got to encourage people, you know, and coach people. If you see people on the phone and you see people just sitting there watching, encourage them. Don't call them out, encourage them. You know, you'll give advice, right? The whole entire way, right? And that's important. That's one of the other things that I kept hearing, you know, people say different things, and I kept repeating it, okay? And so I would hear people say, you know, things that they had heard in the training that, you know, we've been teaching as well. You know, don't focus on, you know, what it is, focus on what it does, right? Don't sell what it is, sell what it does, you know, or stuff like QVC wanted this and a Shark Tank wanted this, and we got it, exclusive technology, and you just keep on pumping, you know, information and keep on pumping bullet points back into that conversation so people can hear, people are paying attention, right? Yeah, if you don't have a whiteboard, go ahead and get a whiteboard and get a big one, right? So get a big one so you put everybody's names on there. Even if you don't have a huge team right now, expect to have one and expect to need that board, because this is not going to be the last time we launch a product. This is not going to be the last time you do a call-a-thon, even with Zents. The promo may be over soon, but the opportunity to do call-a-thons won't. You'll be bringing new people into business on a regular basis, so you should be having call-a-thons, you know, scheduled call-a-thons strategically placed throughout your organization over time, okay? If you can, you know, offer a prize and make it competitive, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't have to be anything, you know, over the top. You know, my experiences in the past is that we really never had, like, I would probably say, hey, look, you know, I'll give you guys an hour of mentorship and lunch on me, you know, if you win, right? Or, you know, something like that. Just kind of give you an example of what you can use. So I did the same thing over, in Los Angeles that we did in St. Louis. In St. Louis, we did $29,000 with 100 people in 1 hour. Okay, and I did the same exact thing over in Los Angeles. 75 people, 1 hour, 15,000 or 12,000 people. Same thing over in Houston. It was 1 hour, 75 people, $15,000. The testimony that Mr. Bugs was talking about. But we never, offered anybody anything grand. It was just, we put people in an environment that made them get active, that made them want to produce, and we broke records. We set the standard, and we created the new norm. Okay, and so here, you guys are going to be the ones who are creating the new normal, right? Also, when you look at referrals, ask people for the help. Always ask for help. I need your help. I'm in the call-a-thon. I need your help. I'm in the contest. I need your help. Learn how to say, I need your help, right? People want to help you. And it's harder for them, to turn you down when you ask for help as opposed to asking them to buy something. When you combine them both, your close ratio goes up. Ask for referrals, whether they buy or not, especially if they buy. Ask for referrals, right? And let them know, hey, look, for me, anybody who who may be, up to experiencing this type of new technology, let me know. I'll give it to them for the same price I'm giving it to you. Because right now, there's $35 a box. I'm giving it to you almost at cost because I just want you to go and use it and share your testimonies to help me grow my business and expand my business. But once this thing is over with, once I get my hands on all the product, my price is probably going to go to $50 to $60, whether it does or not. And it probably won't for me, but they don't know that, right? And again, I want to make sure that I create a fear of loss and that loss of value price-wise. Okay, and so ask for referrals. All for a prize, talked about that. Have a whiteboard, talked about that. No-touch wearable technology is one of the things that you scream out to make sure people know what they're saying. Powerful essential oils that last up to 12 hours. Like Mark said, and Tigray says, if we said it, you can say it. That's on the flyer, right? It's legal. QVC and Shark Tank wanted this technology. HB said that, so you can say it, right? Put a name on every purchase and then on every sale, okay? When you have people who are selling, you want to call out who made the sale, right? So I know Kim Bean was going back and forth to the computer and to the board, to the computer, to the board, and she couldn't. I mean, it's like I know for a fact her abs had to be hurting because she go to the board, right, come back to the screen and lean down and crunch over, right, to see who's got some more sales, and she did that for 2 hours straight, right? But we are still calling people's names out who made the sales, but we're also calling out the names of who they sold them to. When you actually put a name on a sale, it gives that sale life. It gives that sale identity. It gives that sale closure. So if you're selling products, say, hey, look, Mark just bought 5 boxes for me. Edwin just bought 17 boxes for me. You want to put, even though we don't know who that person is, still put the name on it. Give it life. Don't just say, well, I sold 5 boxes. That's boring. Okay. Again, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be competitive. Give it life, right? And so again, names give it life. It makes it more personable. Sell what it is and not what it does. Talk about the benefits of it. We talked about that. And when you look at iZents.com and you look at how it's categorized, all 3 boxes, the descriptions of what it does are on those slides. I suggest you go in and look at that and read that. Use existing testimonials and stories of others. Don't just use your testimony. Use everybody else's. Okay. If you're a leader, you can use the group. Like you can use the ones that are on the slide with all of the diamonds. If you are in a group, like if you're in Tommy's group, for instance, I think her name is Leilani. Okay, and I think Leilani, if I'm not mistaken, her first call, she sold 100 boxes. And guess what? You guys can now use that testimony. You don't just have to be in Tommy's group to use it. I just gave it to you. Leilani sold 100 boxes her first call, and guess what? She's a person who she's not very successful in network marketing. And so for her to actually have a first call like this is what gives people that spark or that fire that they need to go out there and do bigger, better things, because that one call increased her whole entire belief. Her energy went through the roof, her excitement level went through the roof, and she was hammering out the calls after that, right? So Make sure you use everybody else's stories. Those stories are out there. Use them just like you're using Bill Genius' story. As a matter of fact, if you can't sell, if you're talking to a person who's a green and they want all of the information, you know, and they want all the facts, they're analytical, sell them Bill Genius. You know, let's just say, hey, look, watch this, look at this, I'll call you back. You know, something like that, right? But don't get into all the, you know, the facts and the figures. Like they said, you know, facts sell, stories tell. And right now you only have 2 hours to make as many sales as you can, right? Don't mute out until people ask, what's that noise? You know, we had people saying, man, we can't hear anything. Yeah, that's what we want, right? That's the whole entire boiler room effect. You know, when a person can hear all that the energy behind you, and it's not, and all of the voices, all of the sales, and everything that's going on behind you, they're going to ask you, man, what is going on? Where are you at, right? And what is the deal? And basically, you get a chance to say, I'm sorry, let me go ahead and put that on mute, because right now, again, we had a call-a-thon. This is what we got. We just launched new technology, and you go into your deal real quick and let them have it, because that noise teed you up. That noise woke them up, right? This is not a normal phone call for them. They're not used to hearing anything like that, right? And so again, make sure you keep your phones off of mute until they ask you what it is, or I can't hear, right? And so I'll talk about back office purchases, validating the sales of the contest, talked about that. But wrapping this thing up, ladies and gentlemen, there's no deal until you seal the deal. You know, give them your PayPal, Cash App, or Zelle information, and make sure you do it while they're on the phone. Get them off the phone after you give it to them. Tell them, go ahead and transfer the money right now, okay? And I gotta get to my next call. Here's my PayPal information. Here's my Cash App information. Here's my Zelle information, and I gotta go. I send the money right on over so I can make sure I get yours ordered. And Keenan Burton, you know, I got excited when, you know, Keenan, who sold 60 boxes, by the way, in 2 hours, he was telling me, he's like, when it was over with, he said, man, I'd never done anything like this before. This is out of my comfort zone. And to see Holton Bugs jump on that, then Holton Bugs called his name out, you know, while he was on there. But to see Holton Bugs get on here, you know, Johnny and everybody else get on this is exciting. He said, but man, I was excited because 90% of my people who bought product, get this, ladies and gentlemen, 90% of the people who bought product from me, they paid before the call-a-thon was over with. He had 90% of the money that people owed him from the 60 boxes. He had 90% of the money before the call-a-thon was even over with. People were paying as he hung up, okay? And that's what you want, okay? You don't want, you know, promises, okay? You don't want people to say, okay, I'll do it, I'll get back to you, right? No, we call it the be-back bus. And the be-back bus never comes back, okay? And last thing is this. I just want to thank my brother and sister Early and Holton Bug life and our futures, and not just the future of my family, but the future of you know, everybody in our Boomerang. And I do believe I speak for everybody on that. But for myself personally and my family personally, thank you for showing us, you know, the life that we desired, you know, was possible, and how to go out there, get it, earn it, and make everybody else's life more valuable. So love you both to the end of the world and back. You know, happy 30th anniversary, industry anniversary to you both. Love you guys. And T. Gray, Mark, turn it back over to you guys, man. You guys are rocking, killing it, man. Appreciate all you guys do.
Sam Bean, that was awesome, sir. Thank you. Incredible. And, you know, I heard about it. I was in Cabo, and I heard the excitement. I heard everything when I was there, and you guys just rocked it. And it's so funny because, you know, I don't know if Mr. Winbury gets speechless very often, but you got him speechless, and that was awesome.
It was crazy. That was a first for me. The only other time, Mark, the only other time I've ever saw him speechless, and T. Gray can attest to this, is when we were at the Dallas Cowboy game and they were getting romped. Other than that, this is the only other time that he's ever been speechless, right?
Yeah, he wasn't saying much that day.
Hey, at all. So hashtag, like these guys said, hashtag GOOD. Get out of debt. I know y'all thought I was going to say Dallas, but I'm taking this serious today. Bill Genius is exactly that. He's saving people money and putting people in a better place financially. So let's go ahead and stick with that. But I'll turn it back over to you guys. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you.
Hey,
Beautiful.
thank you, Sam. What a
Dean.
phenomenal training. I'm not going to add anything. Mark said it all. You came on, you rocked it, you blessed the people. And I hope that the folks on the translation lines were able to get all of that so that you guys can get the blessings too. I know we already mentioned that we've got Spanish and French translation, but guess what, everybody? We have Italian translation happening too. So I don't know how to say hello in Italian, so I don't want to mess it up. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say hello. And also, we have, I think today is the first one or maybe the second one, but we have Tigrinya language translation. Tigrinya. And Tigrinya is the language spoken in Eritrea in Africa, and that's a large part of Martha Ermias's team. So congratulations to you guys for joining us on Flight School and having your own translation line. So we're growing, Mark. Look at us. We're exploding.
We are. All right.
Flight School in 5 languages.
That's it. Sweet.
Yes.
Awesome. So let's wrap this up. So Mrs. Bugs is going to be doing episode 8. Episode 8. Is this the last episode? Hold on a minute.
I don't know if this is the last one, but I like what I'm seeing here. We've got some brand new guests on here. We've got Chrissy DeLisser. We have Nurse Jackie Underwood from Chi-Town and Stephanie Lavoie. This is good. I'm excited about this episode, Sisterhood Spotlight, with our co-founder, none other than Mrs. Earlene Buggs. So this is going to be a powerful episode. This is good. I'm excited about that. That's nice.
Beautiful. Good stuff. All right. Hey, here's your Saturday. Uh-oh. Is this right? Nope, it's not right. Never mind.
That's not your Saturday.
That's not your Saturday. Well, we've got a call at 12, a P10K call. We've got an 8 o'clock call in English, and then we have a 9 o'clock call in Spanish. So that's what we know. All right.
That's what we know. We know that.
We know that. All right. So this is excellent. So we've got these new calls, right? So we've got English at noon all week long, okay? Mm-hmm. And we've got the Italian and the Tigrinya. So Italian is on Wednesday, and Tigrinya is on Thursday. Okay. So again, we've got, and that's at 1 o'clock. All right. So those are the new calls at 1 o'clock. All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. Man, what an awesome and phenomenal flight school. We're ending right on time. And Mark, it's so great to have you back, man. We missed you in the office.
Good to be back. Good to be back. I cannot wait to get back in there. So many good things have happened, and the momentum is there. Everything is happening right now, and we're going to keep it rocking, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, we love you. Thank you for being on Flight School this morning.
And boom, baby, boom.
It's all about perfect timing. Wake up in the morning shining. Gotta stay on my grinding. They try to leave me behind it, but now I'm about to go diamond. 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 Yeah, right now. Yeah, I'm about to go diamond. You can see all my teeth when I'm smiling. Not staying at the bottom, I'm climbing. Got it out the dirt, I had to find it. Got it out the dirt, yeah, I'm about to go diamond. I'm just living my life and they don't like it. One day you should get up and try it. You know I can't deny it. It's all about perfect timing. Wake up in the morning shining. Gotta stay on my grinding. They try to leave me behind it, but now I'm about to go diamond. Now I'm about to go diamond. Now I'm about to go diamond. Now Now I'm about to go diamond, yeah. I'm about to go diamond. Stay connected with my team like Verizon, oh yeah. No, it's not surprising, cause I never give up, I keep on fighting, oh yeah. It's not that far away. Better know I'm here to stay. Never will let go away. Never will let go away. It's all about perfect timing. Wake up in the morning shining. Gotta stay on my grinding. They try to leave me behind it, but now I'm about to go diamond. Now I'm about to go diamond. Now I'm about to go diamond. Now I'm about to go diamond, yeah.